I bought the cheapest RTX 50 series gaming laptop that gets 450 FPS.
Okay, so inside of this box is the brand new budget gaming laptops with the cheapest RTX 50 series graphics card inside of them. And this right here is a Lenovo gaming laptop that basically has the RTX 5050, which is basically the cheapest RTX 50 series graphics card that you guys can basically get inside of a gaming laptop. And this laptop did cost $800, so it still is considered a budget gaming laptop for being less than $1,000. I've actually never tested out a gaming laptop or even the actual graphics card of the RTX 5050. I did test out a gaming laptop with an RTX 5060, and I'm pretty sure the RTX 5060 is already considered a budget graphics card for a gaming laptop. But this laptop has an even cheaper graphics card inside of it, being the RTX 5050. So I'm definitely really excited to test this thing out and see if this thing's any better than like an RTX 4070. Because I'm pretty sure I bought this exact model gaming laptop during like last year's Black Friday with an RTX 4070 for only about $800 as well. So hopefully this Lenovo gaming laptop performs just as good as an RTX 4070. But yeah, this laptop is the Lenovo LOQ gaming laptop. And honestly, I got this laptop for a really good deal of only $800. It usually goes for about like $1,200, which is kind of insane considering this thing has an RTX 5050. Like I said, I've never tested out that graphics card, so it's either going to be a really good gaming laptop or it's just going to be a really overpriced budget gaming laptop. Yeah, here it is. We have the Lenovo LOQ gaming laptop. Definitely looks like a pretty good gaming laptop. You guys can see from this gaming laptop as well. With the design, there's like this little bump area in the back where you guys can basically plug in an HDMI cable, all your USB ports. All that stuff is on the hinge at the back of this gaming laptop. I definitely do like the design of this gaming laptop. Pretty simplistic. Doesn't give off too much of like gaming laptop vibes, but it still has features of gaming laptops. So this might be a really good budget gaming laptop for only $800. But if we go ahead and take a look at the specs inside of this budget Lenovo gaming laptop, like I said, the graphics card inside this laptop is the RTX 5050. We do have an RTX 50 series graphics card inside this gaming laptop, so it should still be a decent budget gaming laptop for sure. We're just going to be seeing if this laptop is considered overpriced for a budget gaming laptop. But if we go ahead and take a look at the CPU inside of this laptop, it has an Intel i7 13650HX CPU. We do have an Intel CPU inside this gaming laptop, and also with this gaming laptop, it does have 24 gigs of DDR5 RAM. So there's definitely more than 16 gigs of RAM, which most budget gaming laptops usually have. And then taking a look at the display of this gaming laptop, we have a 15.6 inch display that is 144 hertz. And honestly, that's probably the biggest downside with this gaming laptop. We have an RTX 5050 inside this laptop, but we only have a 144 hertz display, which is definitely not going to be that good just because the display is definitely holding back our performance. I'm pretty sure this laptop should be able to run above like 200 FPS, and the refresh rate on the display is only 144 hertz. So it would have been definitely better if this laptop had at least like 180 hertz or 240 hertz refresh rate screen. Regardless, this is the cheapest RTX 50 series graphics card inside of a gaming laptop. So maybe this is just a really cheap budget gaming laptop that's going to be a lot cheaper throughout the end of the year. This is still fairly new, so it might be still overpriced a little bit. But let me go ahead and plug this thing in and see if there's any RGB lighting coming from this laptop's keyboard. Just from like the looks and design of this laptop, there's not going to be any huge or crazy RGBs. Also, something I just seen, if you guys take a look at like the FN shortcuts, it says if you press FN plus R, you guys can go ahead and switch the screen's refresh rates. I don't know if that means like overclocking the screen's refresh rate or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and test that out. But also with the power button and power lighting, we can go ahead and change the power to like red, and it switches this laptop to performance mode, getting the most FPS coming from this laptop. So I definitely will test that out as well. Turn on this budget gaming laptop with an RTX 5050. Okay, this thing is on, and yeah, you guys can see it has just like the default backlit keyboard lighting. It literally has nothing too crazy, which is something I've realized with the Lenovo LOQ gaming laptops. They honestly just look like a office laptop or like a school laptop with just like gaming specs specs inside. So for anyone who wants a budget gaming laptop that's super minimalistic, I'd say this is definitely a perfect gaming laptop for you. But first, let's go ahead and just set everything up. Okay, so I have the budget gaming laptop fully set up now. And if you guys take a look at the CPU we actually have, you guys can see we have the Intel Core i7-13650HX with 24 gigs of RAM. Now, right now I am on the Lenovo app that actually comes with this laptop to see if I could actually turn on the performance mode coming from the Lenovo laptop, where the power button actually turns red. But just taking a look at everything in the software, it doesn't look like there's anything with like the performance mode. The only thing I really see is like the charging for the power, where you guys can basically change it to either conservation mode, rapid charge, or overnight battery charging to kind of just save power from this laptop. But like other than that, there's really not much. Also, nothing where we could change the keyboard lighting to have like RGB or anything. It looks like we're gonna be stuck with like the basic white backlit keyboard. But if you guys take a look at the GPU inside of this laptop, obviously we have the RTX 5050 laptop GPU, which is the budget GPU for the RTX 50 series graphics card. So let's go ahead and see if this laptop is any good with the RTX 5050. Okay, so now taking a look at the max FPS this RTX 5050 gaming laptop could actually get. This thing is actually pretty surprising. We're actually running about 380 to like 420-ish FPS. And taking a look at it, it's definitely pretty consistent. You guys can see we're running still about like 350-ish FPS right now. That's literally what I meant when I say this laptop should have had a higher refresh rate screen. This gaming laptop only having a 144 Hz refresh rate screen is definitely holding back this laptop. Since this laptop is still running about 300 FPS as I'm building right now, the game still feels very, very smooth, but it definitely would have been a lot better with having a 240 Hz refresh rate screen. And honestly, I am definitely pretty surprised that an RTX 5050 gaming laptop is still even running a consistent 300 FPS as I'm building right now, and even reaching a max FPS above like 400 FPS. I was honestly expecting this laptop to be actually really, really bad. I was definitely not expecting this budget gaming laptop to be this good. Like, I thought it's gonna only run a consistent like 180-ish FPS, but even as I'm building, you guys can see we're still running 350-ish FPS right now. So honestly, this gaming laptop for being $800 is a decent deal, especially since you're getting a newer RTX 50 series graphics cards inside of it. I'm pretty sure if you guys actually plug this thing into like an external gaming monitor that has at least a 240 Hz refresh rate screen, the gaming experience would be a lot better, but you also would get an FPS boost. I'm pretty sure this thing would be able to run a consistent 350 FPS in creative, since this thing is still running a consistent like 280 FPS as I'm building right now for being a $800 gaming laptop, which is definitely crazy. Like, this thing is definitely a really good budget gaming laptop. Now, if you guys take a look at the max FPS we're getting still in an actual game, this thing is still running really, really good. We're running about 250 to 270-ish FPS right now. This laptop would have been perfect if it had a 240 Hz refresh rate screen. I mean, obviously the laptop will cost a bit more. I'd say like 200 bucks more, but I think it would definitely be worth it since we're just at the $1,000 mark and it has a 240 Hz refresh rate screen. Yeah, we're still running about 250-ish FPS right now, so we're still running way above the refresh rate. So there's no frame drops or anything that's gonna be affecting your game. I hear fighting. I hear fighting. $70? 200? We're still running 310 FPS right now. That is actually crazy, bro. Definitely did not expect an RTX 5050 laptop to run that good. 80. Cracked. $20. 20. Crack. $200. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Heal, 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 heal. All right. What the? 200, what the, where did this guy come from? All right, we're still running 250 FPS right now. So I honestly don't think we're gonna drop below the refresh rate at all. No way you're taking that. This laptop is definitely running a really consistent 250, 260-ish FPS right now. Like for an $800 gaming laptop, it's actually running really good, especially since I was expecting this thing to run a lot worse. And also, the laptop isn't overheating or anything. I mean, the laptop is getting hot a little bit, but it's not like overheating like crazy, which is definitely good as well. 29. $200. Cracked. Am I lag? I'm lagging. Never mind. Hold up. He's trapped. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't even know I was lagging that bad, but we're actually running a more consistent 300 FPS now. So the performance is definitely slowly getting better by a lot. This RTX 5050 gaming laptop is definitely performing just as good as like an 4070. There's no way this guy's real. GG's. This thing is definitely performing just as good as like an RTX 4070 or 4080 gaming laptop for being the cheapest RTX 50 series graphics card. So definitely pretty good for an $800 gaming laptop. The lowest I seen it drop to was only about like 180-ish FPS, while the highest did push above like 300 FPS or so. So this thing is definitely holding up pretty well. 5, low 5 damage, I'll take it. There's no way. There's no way that guy's shooting me. There's no way. You're not taking that. 50? Bro! Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I don't even know where that guy came from. That guy actually just spawned in. There's no... Bro, I'm lagging. I'm lagging. 200? Okay. All right, 6 people left. We're running 260-ish FPS right now. So you guys can see the performance is really consistent above like 240 FPS. We're never dropping below the refresh rate though. So we're never gonna drop below 144 FPS. Crack. 200. Cracked. Damn. Cracked. $200. You gotta stay alive, bro. Just stay alive, bro. 200. Cracked. 200. Let's freaking go, bro. Let's go. With this budget gaming laptop and I was lagging, yeah, this is definitely a really good RTX 5050 gaming laptop. We're definitely able to run a consistent 250 FPS. Let's go, bro. GG's.